Hello and welcome to what's in this week's Oban Times with me, Jodie Hagan.
Me, Kathy Griffiths.
Me, Owen Wild.
Me, Megan Day.
And me, Sandy Neal.
As ever, we have a range of interesting stories for you to read in the paper or online at www.westcoasttoday.co.uk. We always love hearing your stories and seeing your photographs, so keep on getting in touch by emailing editor@obantimes.co.uk, calling us on 01631 568 000, or getting in touch on our social platforms, including Facebook and X, formerly Twitter. Kathy, what have you been looking into this week?
Well, we found out that the Rockfield Centre is swapping its café setup for self-service. The café in its current form was consistently making losses which could not continue. That's what the trustees from Oban Communities Trust told us. If it did continue as it is now, money would run out by March next year. Good news, though, is that the new look space will be relaunched later this month. So you can see in this week's OT in print and online to find out more about that. There's also going to be some sessions on Monday, September the 9th, for you to go along and, just find out what's going on, have a chat with people, share some ideas. So there you go. Also, Oban FM is asking for debt forgiveness in a bid to cut the money it owes after it went off air. We have a story of how one of the loans taken out by the community station has brought particular heartache to one Oban 70-year-old.
Thanks, Kathy. Over to you, Megan.
Last week, Spotlight Musical Theatre Group raised over £300 for Appin's Hall roof. Restore Oban is looking for volunteers for their shop on George Street. I caught up with David Entwistle, the chairman of the board of Oban Hospice Limited. After 12 years in the role, he is now retiring. So check out this week's Oban Times to see his journey over the past 12 years and what he's accomplished. The mod is coming to Oban soon. I'm sure we're all excited for that. And they have just released the timetable events for young people during the holidays. To learn more about the events, check out this week's Oban Times.
Well, I'm sure everyone is getting very excited about the mod extravaganza, Megan. Owen, what do you have for us this week?
The Oban couple struck by constant flooding from the Black Lynn burn have had a glimmer of hope, as the council is set to write a new report addressing their specific problem. It was Pride in Oban this weekend, and what a weekend it was. So sunny at last, for what feels like the first time all summer right at the end. The Pride March drew quite a crowd and was incredible to witness. Video is available on www.westcoasttoday.co.uk. And it's been a busy news week back home on my home of Mull. Tobermory will be disappointed to hear that a park and ride scheme plan that could have solved the town's traffic congestion problem has been binned, but will be delighted to hear that the waterfront at Arrows Park is only 2 months from completion, with business opportunities available for inquiry. The biggest story from Mull, however, is the update on its potential new campus, which in a shock reveal to community councillors must be a like-for-like replacement of Tobermory's campus, meaning it must have facilities for 2 to 18-year-olds. This means that if the new school is built outside of Tobermory to allow more children to access it, there will be no school of any kind in the island's biggest town. But community councillors have a solution that could work for everyone. Find out what it is in this week's paper or on www.westcoasttoday.co.uk.
Thanks, Owen. And Sandy, what have you been up to?
Well, frying sausages for breakfast mostly this morning, but in other news, more importantly, a fish farm boat which sank in the Sound of Mull 8 weeks ago has finally been fetched up from the deep. We have photographs of the wreck and footage of the lift on our website. Now, one fateful night, the DJ didn't turn up to a disco at the Student Union, and Dougie Donnelly's broadcasting career was born. Before the famous sports presenter gives a book talk in Oban, we play back on Dougie Donnelly's life in sport. Geology now, and more spectacular places on the west coast, such as the parallel roads of Glenroy, have joined the world's top geological wonders. And what's killing the seabirds on Canna? 3 razorbills and a puffin are dead, but who done it? The RSPB have suspicions. Find out who the culprit might be in this week's Oban Times.
Thanks for that, Sandy. That sounds very intriguing. In the Lochaber Times this week, I spoke to the new leaders of Fort William Salvation Army, who are keen to meet more of the community. And does anyone here have a talent for Scrabble?
No.
No?
I'm good at bananagrams, if that...
I'm also pretty good at bananagrams, but not so much Scrabble.
Well, the Gaelic version of the popular word game is being gifted to every school in the Western Isles, so pupils will definitely be getting competitive with their classmates. That's all from us this week, folks, so pick up a copy of this week's OT or subscribe online at www.westcoasttoday.co.uk. Goodbye from me, Jodie Hagan.
Goodbye from me, Kathy Griffiths.
Goodbye from me, Megan Day.
Goodbye from me, Owen Wild.
And goodbye from me, Sandy Neal.
Bye.
Bye.